Hello and welcome to the Thriving Community. This is Joy, here to bring you Bible-based insights and inspirations to help you thrive. First off, I just want to say Happy New Year. It's been a few weeks since I last posted on here. I definitely have not posted since 2022. And it's partly because I've been sick with coronavirus, but now I'm fully recovered by God's grace and I'm back. And also, if you notice, the scenery around me is slightly different. It's because I am recording this video from Nigeria. I flew into Nigeria last week for my grandmother's funeral. She was buried on December 31st, 2021, and it was truly a celebration of life. She died at 92 years old, but we're not just celebrating the numerous years that she got to live on earth. It was a celebration of all that she accomplished during her time on earth. You know, as different people came up to us, not even just at the service, but just coming to the house for condolence visit and recounting stories of how my grandmother helped them in one capacity or another. It was just truly humbling to hear all of that. And even at the service, as all the accolades and awards that she received were being read, from her involvement as a teacher in the church, as a women's leader in the church, as a philanthropist supporting the church financially, even as a community leader, organizing different endeavors to move the community forward, especially empowering women to be the best that they can, to rise to their potential, and to be enterprising, to be good mothers, good wives, really respectable members of the society. All the different organizations that she started to move the community forward, even her work during the Civil War to bring food from the war zone into the community so that children don't starve. As all of these accolades and all the awards that she got for all of this work were being read at during her funeral service, it was just truly humbling for me. Yet even with all these accomplishments, it was not without struggles, without disappointments. First of all, she lost her husband in her mid-40s, left to tend to 7 children. Her youngest was less than 6 months old, still crawling at the time when she lost her husband. And she had to raise all of these children single-handedly by herself in a culture that is, in a male-dominated culture. That's not an easy feat. And I tell you that she was left with 7 children. But that does not count the 5 that she had lost before she lost her husband, and then 1 additional that she lost after she lost her husband. So she's somebody that had known loss, somebody that had gone through so much struggle. But all of that struggles notwithstanding, she lived a full life and left a great legacy. As I reflected on my grandmother's life, 3 thoughts emerged that I want to pass on to you today, especially as we start 2022. The first is this: we might not have control over a lot of things, but we choose what we want to pour into our days. And yes, sometimes what you pour into isn't what you get back, but a lot of times what you pour into can go a long way to define the content of your day. So each day in 2022 should be lived with this intention in mind, that I have the ability to influence the content of my day by deciding what I decide, by deciding what I pour into my days. And the second takeaway is this: we can hope for the best for 2022, but we know that we live in a fallen world, so things are not going to be perfect. We are going to encounter conditions that aren't exactly what we want it to be. People are going to disappoint us. Situations are going to turn out different from what we hoped for. Life is going to send us a curveball. Situations that we didn't anticipate are going to crop up. And all of these may not be palatable, may be hurtful, may even be very, very, very disappointing. But you cannot allow that to deter you. You cannot allow that to stop you from remembering that you have the ability to pour into your day. And what you pour into your day can influence the content of your day, irrespective of the situation, irrespective of how other people respond to you into your situation. And the third, we must live with the end in mind. You have to live your life knowing that you cannot be caught up in every single nitty-gritty. Find a way to remove the clutter and focus on the things that are the most meaningful. So that in the end, when you look back, when you look at how you've spent your life, how you spent your days in 2022, what other things you've poured into, the fights that you've pursued, you were content knowing that you pursued the things that counted the most for you, the things that are the most meaningful for you. So it's important because a lot of times as we go through all these activities, a lot of times we spend so much time and so much energy pursuing things that are only mildly important, and then forgetting all the other things that are even more meaningful and more valuable to us. And so every now and then you must check yourself and ask yourself, all these things that I'm spending my time and I'm pursuing, in the grand scheme of things, are they actually accumulating to the things that are the most meaningful to me? We must learn how to remove the clutter. And so those are my thoughts, and those are my resolution for 2022. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know what you're thinking for 2022. And I hope to see you again next week. Have a good day. Bye.